All right, they're showing a bunch of stuff. One is like, it looks like an inchworm, just like squishing everything together and then moving forward, squishing everything together and then moving forward, something like this. So inching along, I'm not sure. I'm already losing the others. I got to speak out loud. What? Oh. I just heard it backwards. Like what I was saying about, it's like getting addicted to the pain of the chaos. Like, in other words, I'm calling chaos pain, the drama pain, the uncomfortableness pain, and but we can get addicted to that when we don't break our pattern, right? Sooner than later, and then it just gets harder and harder to break it. It's like cementing in the wrong thing more and more. There was that. Okay, that. There was something else they were showing. I think it was all along the same idea of what? Of I think like learning to sit in peace, right? Like it's like finding the peace uncomfortable, but just because it's unfamiliar, right? It's like you have to become addicted to that again, something like this. It's just flipping it on its head, saying the same thing, but flipping it on its head. And there was something else. It was this, they were referencing a recent one I put out about, it's like when you feel other people's anger about to explode or just bubbling right there, you try to reflect it by being like, oh, I got pain too. There was something right about that. It's like showing them something like, we all have pain, but this was different. It was like, but like almost putting yourself down or finding your problems or focusing on them just to make the other person, it's like unfocused from their problems for a minute or something like that. It wasn't my pain's bigger than your pain, that kind of annoying conversation. It wasn't that. It was more of like, something about like, it's like, don't worry about making them feel, maybe that's it. Don't worry about making them feel good. Let them feel their anger. Let them feel their pain. Let them express themselves. Let them hear themselves in the echo, in the void. Give them the void. Stop trying to fill the void with you shrinking as if that's going to, even though they were showing that sometimes does help. It really does make people feel better, but it hurts you in the process. So stop that shit. But it was something more, it was like, definitely don't do that, even though that's a familiar pattern, or it's like an easy go-to, where you think you're helping, all this kind of thing. But can you show me again? But they said, echo, let it, but don't, like, sit in the uncomfortable silence as well. Like, sit in the uncomfortableness of not fixing it again. Like, get back to the space of letting go, allowing others to have their feelings, and holding the void, holding the space for them. So back to holding the space for them. So it doesn't always necessarily mean silence, because you can feel it. If you can get present, you can hold the space for them, where you're not giving them the answer, you're not fixing anything, you're not doing anything, you're holding that space with your presence. So you're not ignoring them, it's not like you're being silent in that you're letting them hear the echo, but it does allow them to hear the echo when you're fully present and hold the space. So it's like that comfortable, nurturing, safe space of someone who is fully present with them and isn't, they're showing me something more here, what? But you can't from an empty cup. This is why it's like everybody has to heal themselves first before they go jumping back into holding space. You can't hold space when you're still, okay, they're jumbling a bunch now. They're talking about something else now too with forgiveness. We'll get back to that. Can we stay with the one point? the one point of, yes, you have to be fully present. It's like, get out of your ego. Yeah, get out of your ego, get out of your way, get out of your pain, get out of your worries or issues. It's like, it's something like you thought you were helping. They showed me an example of when I do this. It's like, I will then sometimes like, it's like shrink down or be like, show them my problems or something like that, hoping they'll feel better. And sometimes they do. And sometimes they then, when you're just normal, because you don't really feel that way, you're happy, you're fine, you look like you're showing off or shining when you're not. You're just not shrinking anymore. And that's annoying to people because they're used to you like a certain size, so to speak. And so if you shrink to a dot and all of a sudden you're a normal size ball, they're like, what the fuck are you doing? You show off. And it's like, oh, sorry, I forgot I was supposed to shrink for you. Or like, it's exhausting. Stop exhausting yourself. Just be yourself. But then they were showing a mix of other things. So it's like holding that space, being fully present, being you, so you can hold the void for them, so you don't have to worry about having, I guess that's the other thing. It's like don't search for problems to share, to shrink. And what was the other thing you were showing? Yeah, but then, the don't jump back into, not something like they want you to practice that, but don't practice it just yet. It's like you have to finish healing, or something about you have to be in safe environments, right? Like because they brought up forgiveness, it's like whatever's occurring has to stop, which I think it's like if you're in pain or something, that has to stop. Oh, right, they're showing this looping again. Remember, they've been talking about this in the past few, where it's like, what is it? Can you help me verbalize that better? It's like you get hurt, you do the forgiveness process, you then forgive yourself, then you realize nothing wrong ever happened when you learn that lesson. But then you go jumping back in, and the same thing occurs. You can't keep going in that cycle, because then technically you're not really learning the lesson. So it's like if the pain that was caused hasn't been stopped, you can't keep re-injuring yourself and re-healing yourself. It's like, and that is insanity. And so I guess it's like know the difference, have the discernment, have that understanding, have that awareness. And so there's somehow bridging these two seemingly different things. They're only different because of the way they're showing me the examples I'm trying here, let's say. And so it's like make sure that the wound is addressed and isn't re-injuring, reoccurring. Like the person who's holding that knife is aware that they're not to slice you there again. And it's like after, I guess it's the idea of like after, because this was a debate in the last few too, where I was like, aren't we supposed to work with people and try? And it's like, you can't just cut people off at the first whatever. You want to try to repair and make amends and work on it. And they're saying yes to all of this, but they're also saying, but you also have to know when enough's enough. In other words, okay, do that, but what do you do that once, twice, 3 times, and then that's it, right? You can't keep doing that when the change isn't occurring, because then you technically aren't changing. So it's kind of like you change, you learn the lesson, but if the other party isn't participating and learning that hurts and don't do that to you, but they continue to do it, and you've told them, and then say they slip up, so that's one time, and then you tell them again, okay, and they do it, and then they slip up a second time, okay, now this is the third and final time, and they slip up again, then it's like, okay, well, so it's okay, you are you, and I am me, and I have to change now, and this can no longer be. Like that kind of idea, I think, is what they're trying to get me to see or say or something. And so it's like all of it, yeah, and having that discernment. And so like you have to be fully healed to go back in, but you can only go back in so many times, and it's dependent on each scenario, so have the discernment. Some scenarios, it's like a hard enough, harsh enough lesson that it's not, you don't make amends there, you don't make repair there. Other ones you do. So it's an individual basis. And know the difference, so have that discernment, and then also have the awareness and understanding of what you can and can't tolerate, so that you don't put yourself back in situations or scenarios where you keep getting re-injured. I don't think I'm saying this in a straight line, but I think you can hear all these messages. And they're bringing up peace again, right? It's like, I think they're trying to talk about the familiar and the unfamiliar. It's like so familiar with the devil you know, of chaos and pain, tension and worry, fret and fuss and shrink and pretzel and mold and please and blah, 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 just to get peace. But then when you get fucking peace, it's so unfamiliar that you run back to what you hate, the chaos. So it's like you have to sit long enough in the peace and start becoming addicted to that, so that when the chaos comes, it's like it's you flipped it, you reversed it, where you're like, oh fuck no, and you run right back to your peace. You make peace so familiar, or whatever it is you want, right? Like that, whatever, I like to feel calm inside. I like excitement, joy, adventure. I don't like chaos, drama, scare, fright. To me, they're just a simple way to express the same. You can feel the difference when you hear the words, but sometimes you can't always internally feel the difference if you're not correctly verbalizing what's going on. And so sometimes we will call chaos and drama excitement, when it's like, no, don't get those tangled and confused. And it's different for everyone, so you have to figure that out for yourself. Nonetheless, that's the trauma bonds and whatnot. And so again, it's like, you want to make what it is you truly desire familiar, and you have to sit in it long enough to rewire yourself and know what that actually feels like. So it's like, if you have the bad pattern now of running to the devil that you hate, you want to do the same thing. You want to rewire, though, to the addiction being to peace and joy and ease and excitement and fun and laughter, so that when what you're going to make unfamiliar, chaos, destruction, pain, bickering, whatever it is, you want to make that so unfamiliar that when you get wind of it or whiff of it, you're like, oh, fuck, no. And you run back to your familiar peace and fun and calm and laughter and joy and excitement, right? Like the right side. That's true and good for you. It's just like flipping the switch internally. But that can take time. Oh, maybe that's what they were showing the inchworm in the beginning, remember? So sometimes that takes time. It's like the way they're showing the inchworm, it's like, it does seem like they're collecting something and then inching forward and spreading back out and then collecting. It's like, I guess, experience or time or integration as you slowly inch forward. So I think they're trying to symbolize it takes time, it takes integration, and it can feel like a really slow process. And now they're showing stepping way back. And so when you step way back, it does look like this inchworm has come a really fucking long way. The trail is forever long. Yet when you zoom in, it's like, oh dear God, could this inchworm be going any fucking slower? So I think that's what they're saying. I think that's what they're showing me and telling me, that, we do know this, that it does take time to flip that switch and integrate it to make it the new dominant pattern. And it does take practice. They keep saying practice. That's what he's collecting, practice. Yeah, it does take practice to get adjusted to whatever it is that you're looking to adjust to. That new temperature, right? That new tolerance of peace and calm and joy and ease and excitement and blah, 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 whatever your stuff is. Okay. Thanks so much for tuning in and listening. You can now purchase an audio journey with me using the link below.